budget of $150,000 to start off. That would include the building plan and the rent and the utilities and keeping up and hiring people. We would charge about $5 entry, and then charging the snacks and others of that. That would help keep the place running, because we figure a lot of people will be flooding in, because this is a home away from their home that they can have fun in and not feel pressured to do illegal and unsafe things.
Okay, so as Blake said, this is going to be very expensive, we know, but it will be worth it. We do plan to have some fundraisers going on. I don't know if you guys know this, but we actually do plenty of fundraisers in our school. We do dodgeball tournaments. This month I'll be doing a Family Feud fundraiser for one of our teachers whose daughter just passed away. We do a bunch of things in the school, and especially since we're doing in the school, it kind of helps with promotion, because our age range that we want is 13 to 19-year-olds. Because, let's face it, those are the ones who are normally after hours. And as Blake said, we will be charging membership. That will also help with profit. And we know we will have to take some loans out. We're okay with that. It's the normal process of starting a business. The Boys and Girls Club actually does that. Boys and Girls Club is a place for adolescents to go, but we are not Boys and Girls Club. We are a place for mostly teens to come and go. If they need to go to a nursery because they have a little kid with them, but they want to hang out with friends, they can go to home. If they want to go play basketball, but they can't afford a YMCA membership, they'll go to home. Study room. For some reason, they don't want to go to a library because there's too many scary adults. They'll go to home. And we know that it's going to have a lot of security, because we don't want this to be a place where people can just come in and smuggle drugs and alcohol, which is why we want security guards, or cops, whatever you want to call them, some authority figures. We would also have some security cameras, and maybe even some spy cams. See, now spy cams we can just put up, people won't know they're there. Regular cameras, people can kind of see them and be like, hey, I'm not going to go by here, but this drug facing this way, which is why we'll have spy cams. We actually use spy cams in the mass media room, where I don't even know where where the spy cam is in the room. Yeah, I've been in that class for 3 years. And literally put them anywhere. Another thing is that we'll have metal detectors. Metal detectors can help with people not bringing in weapons, or because they'll be at every entrance and exit. And that would help with gun prevention and knives, pocket knives. I know people like to carry them around just because they find them handy, but no, they'll need to leave them in the car. And to talk about that, we actually talked to Officer Johnson, and Darren's going to take over from there.
As Aaliyah said, we talked to Officer Johnson, who is what most of us would consider a very reliable officer here in Noblesville. He helps out in the school, but he originally used to work in a place, I'm pretty sure it was down south, southern Indiana. He ran a place pretty similar to this. When we interviewed him, he told us basically he wanted a place like this in Noblesville also. He ran it down there. It was for kids that were at risk, and it basically allowed them to get away from home and have a second home. He said that they loved it down there, and everyone wanted to keep it going. So when he moved up here, he wanted a place like that up here. And not only in Noblesville, he wanted it everywhere. All of Hamilton County, he wants a place like this everywhere. He believes kids should have a place to go no matter what. If they just want to get out of the house, they should have a place like this to go. We also talked to some guys at a place that Mackenzie goes to every once in a while, a place called eBash, which is in Castleton. It's pretty similar to this, but not exactly. It's mainly just for video games and stuff like that. We talked to the owner there about whether or not it really gets kids out of trouble. He told us that it definitely gets kids out of trouble. It keeps them away from any kind of negative thing that could happen to them in any way, whether it be, as Blake and Aaliyah stated, drugs, alcohol, anything like that. We also talked to some of the kids there at EBASH. One of them specifically said that it was a great place. It was a fun place to go. It got them away from home. It got them being fun, making friends, having activities to do all the time. He specifically pointed out one of his friends, though. One of his friends was in a troubled state at home, and bringing him there definitely got him away from it all and made his life a lot better. Finally, I want to touch on two people I talked to here that go to this school. One of them said that we already have the Boys and Girls Club. Why would we need something like this? I told him, this isn't like the Boys and Girls Club. This really gets us out, gets you doing things with your friends. A lot wider variety of stuff like that. He's like, all right, that seems a lot better than the Boys and Girls Club would be. I would actually want to go here. Another one of my friends also brought up the fact that it allows for studying and having fun just on the other side. He thinks it's great that we have a study room, and if you just want to break from studying, you can get up, go play basketball, go play games, do whatever you want, and then come back and study.